This board meeting had quite the agenda. I'll try to hit the 1 minute mark, but don't expect me to make it this time. As always, finances first. The board approved the fiscal year 2019 to 2020 budget and 5-year capital improvement plan at $73,935,288. They paid AT&T and AT&T Mobility invoices totaling $3,209.41 and approved the payments of bills from April 9th through April 22, totaling $1,047,379.20. The mayor appointed Michael Decker and Lawrence Goodwin to the Economic Development Commission. He issued a mayoral proclamation for Bryce Durlacher in recognition of his recent wrestling wins. Issued 3 other proclamations for Charles Marino, Bill Rekas, and Scott Black, thanking them for their service to the board and the village of Mundelein over the last several years. The board also restructured the liquor and gaming ordinances a bit, changed the elected official reimbursement policy, and began the steps to enter into a contract with Farr Associates, who will provide residential design guidelines to the village. Water and sewer rates were increased. They renewed a contract with Metro Paramedic Services, updated the truck weight limit ordinance, and authorized payment in a contract with Radacom Communication Systems on behalf of the police department. The village also accepted a bid and will enter into a contract with Peter Baker and Son for fiscal year 2020 street resurfacing project totaling $679,903.05. In addition, the village approved payment of $20,000 to the Mundelein Community Connection and then entered into 2 term sheets for various properties. One for the old Village Hall property and the second for lots 2, 3, 4, and 5 of the Village Hall subdivision. My name is Eric Schwenk, and that's your Mundelein Minute, a slightly longer than a 1 minute recap of the Mundelein Village Board Meeting on April 22nd, 2019. As I review the full meeting, I'll be adding some video clips in, so this video may be a bit longer than normal. With that in mind, let's take a look at the full meeting recap. The Village Board Meeting started at 7:05 p.m. Trustee Scott Black was absent. As usual, the board rolled through the first few agenda items quickly. These included the Pledge of Allegiance and approval of prior meeting and hearing minutes. With no one wishing to address the board in public commentary, presentations and awards was up next. The board heard a short update from Mundelein Community Connection, who was present to present their annual report to the board. They mentioned the items they run each year, including the Farmers Market, Art Fest, Bike Rodeo, Park on Park, networking events, and much more. They did ask for a larger amount of funding for next year, increasing that amount by $5,000 to $25,000. Following, there was a discussion about the MCC becoming a more self-sustained organization. During the mayor's report, the mayor read a proclamation honoring Bryce Durlacher for his undefeated wins at the State Wrestling Championship. The mayor also recommended the appointment of Michael Decker and Lawrence Matt Goodwin to the Economic Development Commission, and the board voted in favor of both. Next, the mayor issued a proclamation recognizing May as Building Safety Month and recognizing the importance of our building department and inspectors. The mayor then read a proclamation recognizing Charles Marino, the longtime village attorney, with 47 years of service to the village. Charlie isn't retiring from his law practice, but will no longer be serving in his current role on behalf of the village of Mundelein. He will remain available to assist with projects, and after so many years of service, his institutional knowledge is quite valuable. Next, the mayor recognized Scott Black and Bill Rekas for their service to the Board of Trustees and various other respective committees and commissions over the years. Scott wasn't present and the mayor didn't read his proclamation. However, Bill's was read aloud, and I'll pause here for that proclamation.
Whereas Trustee Bill Rekas faithfully and honorably served on the Mundelein Village Board since he recited the oath of office during the 3096th regular meeting of the Board of Trustees on May 11th, 2015. Whereas prior to Trustee Rekas' service on the Village Board, he served as a member of the Mundelein Community Days Commission from July 2000 to August 2013, and on the Planning and Zoning Commission from February 2007 to May 2015. Wow. Whereas Trustee Rekas' 15 years of experience steadfastly serving on 2 village commissions, assisting him in his endeavor to provide the village with insightful, well-rounded, and respectful discussion in regards to policy initiatives and proposals. And whereas during Trustee Rekas' tenure on the Village Board, he provided essential policy guidance and support as the chairman of the Public Safety Committee, vice chairman of the Transportation and Infrastructure Committee, and member of the Finance Committee. And whereas Trustee Rekas' honorable service, dedication, and loyalty to his community reflect highly upon him and the Village of Mundelein, now therefore be it proclaimed by the Mayor and Board of Trustees of the Village of Mundelein, the trustee Bill Rikas be recognized for his commitment and selfless contributions to the Village of Mundelein while serving on the Village Board from May 11th, 2015 to May 13th, 2019. Proclaimed, signed, and sealed this 22nd day of April.
The mayor then asked the board to move 2 items up from further in the agenda. These items were for 2 term sheets for property located at the Old Village Hall and for lots 2, 3, 4, and 5 of the Village Hall subdivision. Up next on the mayor's report was some restructuring of liquor licenses. The number of Class G liquor licenses was reduced, and the board created a new liquor license and gaming class, both VG. Lastly, in the mayor's report, the board passed a revision to the elected officials reimbursement policy, increasing the amount the board members can spend to attend events on behalf of the Village of Mundelein. Amounts increased for trustees and the clerk from $250 to $500, and for the mayor from $500 to $2,400. Under trustee reports, the Community and Economic Development Committee was up next, and a motion was passed to approve an agreement for professional services from FAR Associates to create residential design guidelines. That motion passed. The Public Works Committee had no report, and Finance was up next. A bit more to their agenda than normal, the board passed the fiscal year 2019 and 2020 budget and a 5-year capital improvement plan at $73,935,288. This number is much larger than the standard annual budget and includes, in addition to other items, the capital improvement funds for the new Public Works complex and flood mitigation projects. The board also paid AT&T and AT&T Mobility invoices totaling $3,209.41 and approved the payment to bills from April 9th through April 22nd totaling $1,047,379.20. Lastly, the village board authorized an increase in charges for water and sewer rates by 2.7% and adjusted the senior discounts too. Average bi-monthly bills are expected to rise from $130 to $134. The Public Safety Committee was up next, and the board authorized the renewal of a paramedic services contract and revised ordinances for the truck and weight limits, setting guidelines and permitting for trucks on residential roads. Lastly, the board authorized a 5-year maintenance contract for the police department with Radicom Communication Systems. The Building Committee had no report, and Transportation and Infrastructure was up next. Their motion approved the fiscal year 2020 street resurfacing project contract with Peter Baker and Son Company. This year, the village partnered with area villages and townships to organize bulk bidding in hopes to reduce prices. This bid came in well under budget. In the omnibus vote list, the board approved annual funding of $20,000 to the Mundelein Community Connection. There were no reports from the village administrator, attorney, or clerk, and at 8:18, with a motion from outgoing trustee Bill Rikas, the village board meeting was adjourned.
At this point, I need a motion, please, to adjourn the village board meeting.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by trustee Rikas.
Second.
Second by trustee Abernathy. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Thank you very much, everyone.
That's your recap of the Mundelein Village Board meeting on April 22nd, 2019. My name is Eric Schwenk. Thanks for watching.